By a show of hands, how many people in this classroom are under the age of 21? As you look around the classroom, you will see that many of you are under this age. Now think to yourself, even though you are under the age of 21, does it mean that no one in this room has ever tried alcohol before? According to Professor Rosenberg from the Psychological Bulletin in the year 1993, alcohol is the most serious problem facing teenagers to date. We have all been or still are students in college and most likely have gone to a few parties where there has been alcohol around. Being a college student myself, and out of curiosity, I've researched this topic of underage drinking because I thought this issue would be extremely beneficial to all of us since we are or were in college and will most likely have gone to a party and experienced parties that have had alcohol and had kids drinking alcohol underage. Today I'm here to convince you to think twice about picking up that next bottle of alcohol you see at a party, or think about giving into that peer pressure to take that drink at a party from a person whom you might not even know. First, I will talk about why teenagers should not have or consume alcohol. Next, I will discuss why teens are not responsible enough to drink. And lastly, I will explain how alcohol is not good for your health. Let's begin talking about why teenagers should not have alcohol. The first reason is because underage drinking is illegal in all 50 states. The legal drinking age in the United States is 21. The tolerance that the police have to a teenager drinking and driving is absolutely zero. Not only teens, but anyone. If you are caught drinking and driving, you will be arrested. That drink you consumed will cost you more than your license. Underage drinking is also a very severe crime. It is a first-degree misdemeanor punishable with a maximum sentence of 6 months in jail and a $1,000 fine. Not only is underage drinking against the law, but it is endangering the person's life as well as others, especially on college campuses. In a survey from the George Mason University and Westchester University in the year of 1997, alcohol was involved in more than 2/3 of all campus incidents last year that occurred in residence halls. This survey involved 330 colleges and universities throughout the country. From the Penn State University Police Safety Services, the actual offenses of liquor in the year of 2000 were 125 people and 169 people that were arrested due to liquor. Now that I have explained why teens should not have alcohol, I will explain to you all why teens are not responsible enough to drink. Again, teenagers are not responsible enough to drink. When people drink, they use poor judgment, and when underage people drink, it's even worse. The more you drink, the more judgment you lose. For example, according to Professor Rosenberg from the Psychological Bulletin in the year of 1993, 90% of all campus rapes involving drinking, or 68% of manslaughter convictions, and 63% of assaults. All of these involving alcohol. Imagine this situation. One of your best friends is driving home from your house one night. On the way home, your friend meets some person who decided to drink too much, and your friend and the other driver crash head on. The underage drunk driver survives while your best friend is killed. What do you think happened to the drunk driver's judgment? His judgment is in his 15 empty beer cans he decided to drink at the party he was at before he met up with your friend. Officer Dean Wilson, Executive Director of the National Organizations, has calculated that every 15 minutes someone in the U.S. dies as a result of an alcohol-related traffic collision. Now that I have explained why teenagers are not responsible to drink because of lack of judgment, I will explain how alcohol is harmful to your health. As I stated, alcohol is harmful to your health. Anyone who drinks has the chance of seriously hurting his or her body. This can happen in several ways. Alcohol is a drug that can cause liver damage, cancer, heart damage, or even death. Women who consume alcohol during pregnancy are at risk to deliver a child with a fetal alcohol syndrome. People who drink on a regular basis tend to age faster. So think to yourself, drinking alcohol may seem good when you're 18 and want to look 21, but what happens when you turn 30 and look like you're 50? How good is it then? John Carville, the spokesperson for the charity Alcohol Concerns, said, "Alcohol reinforces our belief that there needs to be much more emphasis on education and prevention in terms of making people more aware of the dangers of alcohol misuse. Young bodies are just not made for drinking alcohol." Now that I've gone over all the facts, let's go back over what we have learned today. Today, I've explained to you why drinking underage is harmful for teenagers. First, we talked about why teenagers should not have alcohol. Then we discussed why teenagers are not responsible enough to drink. And finally, we discussed how alcohol is harmful to your health. I encourage you to learn all that you can about underage drinking and think about what I have said to you today. I also urge you to educate others about the effects of alcohol, short and long term. Now I'll end this speech with a question that I would like all of you to think about when you leave. Is being accepted into a group, loosening up in an uncomfortable setting, and escaping the pressures of everyday life worth the risks and consequences that are in effect after the first sip, funnel, bottle of alcohol? Is it really worth it? Think about it.